Okay, now we can study about combination of capacitors. Capacitors connected in a combination. You have already studied in the previous year, 10th standard, how the resistors can connect. Resistors can connect in series, resistors can connect in parallel or a combination. Later also we will study about it and then next chapters. Okay, when two resistors are connected in series, total resistance R is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus etc. When the resistors are connected in parallel, 1 by R is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 plus etc. The same way, let us see what will happen if capacitors are connected in series, that is the combination. Okay, as in the case of the resistors, capacitors also can connect in series or in parallel. We can see here capacitors. In this picture we can see two capacitors connected in series. Now one end, this end is connected to one positive terminal of the battery, and this end is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. Then what will happen? One end is connected to another end, that is series combination, one after another. Or see in the third picture here also, first one capacitor, second capacitor, third capacitor, like a n number of capacitors connected in series. That is possible. Thus what will happen, if we while you are switching on the circuit, one plate will become positive, opposite plate will become negative for one capacitor. The same thing will happen to each of the capacitor plates. As a total we will get a total capacitance. See, this is the picture I draw for explaining about the resistor for the 10th standard. Now let us see it once more. Instead of the capacitor, if the resistors are connected, or suppose three bulbs are connected, bulb, filament, also resistor, if they are connected in series, what will happen? There are some problems. We studied in 10th standard. No instruments will get the sufficient voltage. If any one of the instrument got damaged, the others will not function, and we cannot control them by using different switches. So what happened here, if you are applying a particular voltage, maybe if the three bulbs is connected to our household electronic circuit, it is 220 voltage we are supplying, and all of the three bulbs required 220 voltage. But what happened? No bulb will get the required voltage. Some will get a less voltage, some will get the remaining. The remaining voltage will gain by the third one. For example, if the first bulb will get 100 voltage, second bulb may get a 50 voltage, then 100 plus 50, 150. Now the remaining 70 voltage will get by the third bulb. 100 plus 50 plus 70 will get 220 voltage. Okay, thus the total voltage 220. Actually each bulb require 220 voltage, but if you are connecting them in series, nothing will get the sufficient voltage, and if you are adding the total voltage, we will get the this one V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. That's why we are making the equation R is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. But when they are connected in series, current is same. If we are writing IR1, IR2, IR3, I don't write I1, R1, I2, R2, I3, R3 because current is same. When any instrument connected in parallel, current is different, voltage is same. But they are connected in series, voltage is different, current is same. Okay, that thing you should be remember while we are discussing about this situation. Two capacitors are there. we may write total voltage V is equal to V1 plus V2. Okay, yeah, I think you understand as in the previous example, V1 plus V2. But we studied C is equal to Q by V. Capacitance C is equal to Q by V. Therefore, V is equal to Q by C. Okay, and see, in this picture itself you can understand while they are connecting them. See, charge is same as in the previous case. Resistors are connected in series. Voltage is different, but current is same. The same thing is happening. Current is passing through this wire. And what is current? I is equal to Q by T, total charge crossing the cross-sectional area of a conductor in a unit time. So current same means charge is same. That's why these two capacitors will get the same charge. Okay, in case of the resistor, while we are discussing in the 10th standard, we studied current is same. Here we may say, as current is same, charge stored in the capacitor is same when they are connected in series. Therefore, I don't want to write Q1 by C1 and Q2 by C2. Commonly I can write Q by C1 and Q by C2. So V1 is equal to Q by C1, V2 is equal to Q by C2. That is the total voltage. Now what is total voltage? Total voltage is again Q by C. C is equal to Q by V. Therefore Q by C. Okay, thus we may write Q by C is equal to Q by C1 plus Q by C2. Everywhere Q is there, that can cut, then we will get 1 by C. ഇവിടെ ഇങ്ങനെ Q by V by Q എന്ന് എഴുതണ്ട, 1 by C എന്ന് എഴുതിയാൽ മതി. Okay, because V by Q is equal to 1 by C. അപ്പോൾ 1 by C is equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2. Okay, thus we got an equation. Okay, what does it mean? If two capacitors are connected in series, 1 by C is equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2. Okay, that is entirely different from that of the case in the resistor. In case of a resistor, when the resistors are connected in series, R is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus etc. And when they are connected in parallel, 1 by R is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Okay, you got it. That means the equation for the capacitor in series is similar to that of the equation for resistor in parallel. 1 by C is equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus etc. If there is n number of capacitors, 1 by C is equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus etc. plus 1 by Cn. So what can you conclude? If two or more capacitors are connected in series, the reciprocal of the total capacitance will be the sum of the reciprocals of the capacitance of the individual capacitors. Like that you can write. Now we shall discuss what will happen when the capacitors connected in parallel. See, in the next page you can notice that first picture, two capacitors connected in parallel. This is first capacitor, this is second capacitor, and in the second picture n number of capacitors connected in parallel. What will happen? As I told you already, when capacitor or any instruments connected in parallel, voltage is same, but current is different. Because if there are different ways, when they connected in parallel, there are different ways for the current to pass. So if at a junction, when the wires are splitting to make a capacitor and to a parallel combination. Some current will pass through one wire, some current will pass through other wire, like that. Then what will happen? Current I will be I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3, etc. Okay, in case of series, that is for voltage. V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3 because voltage is different. But in case of parallel connection, voltage is same, but in each of the section current is different. And if we are adding the individual current, we will get total current. So what can you write? I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus etc. Okay, but we are not dealing with the current here. Here we are writing charge. Okay, you know, current is I is equal to Q by T. You already studied in 10th standard. Intensity of electric current is the total amount of charge crossing the cross-sectional area of a conductor in a unit time. I is equal to Q by T. That means if current is same, charge is same. If current is different, charge is different. Okay, we don't mention current. Instead of current, we are writing charge. Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3, etc. Means charge stored in the first capacitor, that is Q1. Charge stored in the second capacitor, Q2, all are different. The previous case, while you are connecting the capacitor in series, charge stored in each capacitors are same, even though the capacitance are different. But when they are connected in parallel, charge is different. And the total charge will be the sum of the individual charge stored in each of the capacitor. That's why total charge Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2. And again, just remember the equation for capacitance. C is equal to Q by V. That is the equation for capacitance. So what is Q? Q is equal to C into V. So instead of this Q, we may write C into V. Instead of Q1, we may write C1 into V. Instead of Q2, we can write C2 into V. Why don't we write V1 and V2? Because voltage is same. When they are connected in parallel, voltage is same. So I don't want to write V1 and V2. Thus, instead of Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2, I can write CV is equal to C1V plus C2V. Everywhere V is common, that can cut. We will get C is equal to C1 plus C2. I think you already expected this, because the equation for the capacitance of the capacitors when they are connected in series is similar to that of the equation for the resistors when they are connected in parallel. Then you may expect that the equation for the capacitance of the capacitor when they are connected in parallel is similar to that of the equation for the resistors when they are connected in series. That's it. Okay, so when the capacitors are connected in series, the equation will be 1 by C is equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus etc. plus 1 by Cn. And when the capacitors are connected in parallel, C is equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3 plus etc. Okay, compare it with the situation that of resistors. Okay, so write all these notes and study, read the textbook well, then I will come.